What's up, guys? It's your favorite Dutch Bros drinking saltine cracker baddie, back from the 10 craziest weeks of my life. I was trying to film this video yesterday, 2 days ago. I was trying to film this video 2 days ago and it was just not working. Phone was at 3%, my iPhone storage kept getting backed up. I was kind of like fumbling through words because obviously I hadn't really been doing it for the 10 craziest weeks of my life. Anyways, we're back. I posted a video like a week ago, and it was one that I'd made before departing to my place. I made the video, I posted it, and then there was a comment under there saying, like, kind of just asking for some help. And the comment went something along the lines of, what to do if you've like outgrown your friends, but you don't want to go through that like social awkward lonely stage where you're transitioning out of those friends and then you just have no one to hang out with. After reading this comment and putting in some good thought, I can make this video. And I don't know your situation specifically, as I'm going to go over this very broadly, but hopefully what I'm saying in this video, you can take something out of it and make an informed decision from there. First thing that I'm going to say is that any reason for you outgrowing your friends is valid. Throughout life, we change as people. We're not the same people that we were 5 years ago. Our hobbies change, our values change, like things change, and that people don't necessarily, especially friend group, have to like go along with it, because obviously everybody's their own individual. Everybody goes through different things. So, you might have become like more quiet while your friends are still rowdy, or you might have wanted to become more extroverted while your friends are like kind of like more introverted, and then like the vibes can get kind of like, oh, maybe I just need something different. So there's completely valid reasons for you to feel like that you've outgrown them. And if you want something different, there's nothing stopping you from doing that. There's no rule that says that they have to be like horrible, evil people in order for you to feel like that you want something different. So with that being said, the first step I would say is to make sure that the decision for you to outgrow your friends isn't like take the steps to remedy that. It has to be an informed decision. You have to make sure it is, because we as humans can be very bipolar, right? So for me specifically, I have kind of a low social battery, so I'll be like talking to people, and if I'm hanging out with people for too long, the vibes sort of get weird, like I get tired, and I start kind of like having these thoughts, having these feelings, and then sometimes it gets like attached to the person specifically, and then I'll wake up the next day after like having been away from them for a while. I wake up and then I realize it's not the person, it was just the fact that I'd like been there for too long, and then it wasn't really like, oh, I don't like this person. So obviously there's that, you kind of just want to make an informed decision from there and make sure it's not that. If you're already like, no, this is something that I've been feeling consistently, this is something that I need to do, I need to get away from these people, then obviously you're good to go. But it just never hurts to check. The second thing is going to be write down the reason why you believe that you've outgrown these people. Okay, grab a pen and a paper and just write it out. Like write all the feelings, because what you don't want to do is that you don't want to like leave these people, get really lonely, especially if they're bad people. Like get really lonely, you're kind of sad, and then you end up hanging out with them and you wake up the next day and you feel awful. You don't want to keep getting in that cycle. And especially when I write things down, when a lot of people write things down, it gets like very real. It's like an actual conceptualized idea rather than just kind of like the fleeting moments. You can kind of like compile it all together and then have a clear sense of what you basically want to do in life. So there's that as well. When you have that foundation, it's easier to like kind of build new foundations, and that's kind of it. Like just be able to write it down so that you can really conceptualize it. Go back to that paper when you're in that awkward, lonely stage, because obviously it's going to be very hard. And with that leads me to my next point, which is don't drink poison when you're thirsty, okay? The awkward, lonely stage, like when you're kind of switching from like friend group to friend group, it sucks. Like it genuinely does, because it's like you see all these people around you, kind of like hanging out, having their friends, like being able to relate one another, and then you're just there kind of like almost, you have more of a chance to wallow and really get into those dark thoughts when, you're not surrounded by people, and that it's very destructive for you, especially if you've like really never been alone like that. But it's better than being constantly with those people. And the other thing is that being with them hurts the chances of you being recognized by the people you actually want to be recognized as, because they're going to see you as one of those people. People can't telepathically read that. So honestly, the thing is, people most see actions. They most see actions rather than words, especially when you can't talk to them if you're not in their league or whatever. So there's that. And then that kind of leads me to point number 4, when you're actually like taking the steps, when you're distancing yourself from them, is that you don't have to make it like a huge thing, okay? You don't even have to really be direct about it. You don't have to write like a text longer than the Declaration of Independence stating why you're outgrowing these people. This is not a war, okay? This is not the Declaration of Independence. So what I would say is like this, kind of gradually distancing yourself. And then, for example, they want to go to the library one day, like on a Saturday, they ask you to come, but you want to go to a party because you want to be, like, obviously more social. Just say you're going to the party. Just be like, nah, I'm good, I'm going to this party. You know, just be honest. And then gradually over time, you know, most people can actually, or some people can actually pick up on that. You know, they can take the hint that maybe you're, like, gradually kind of fading away. But if those people end up, you know, gossiping about you, they give you stuff, then obviously just tell them directly. Be like, hey, I don't appreciate this behavior. And yeah, just kind of take it from there. But honestly, that's all I really have for you in terms of that. So yeah, I would say this though, you know, while I was gone, I didn't really want to do YouTube anymore because obviously I was like really stressed. But you know, I kind of came back and I noticed that a lot of people had missed me, and I really did appreciate that. You know, I get Instagram DMs, comments, being like, hey, like, you know, where did you go? But yeah, that's kind of it. So yeah, I mean, I hope you have a good morning, day, or night, and I'll see you in the next video. Person who I made this video for, have good luck. I hope you find some friends that you really enjoy. Peace out.